Hello everybody, Danny Wanda back from Pecan Grove. Guys, it's finally up in the high 40s right now. And we have got to get some taters in the ground. We have been putting this off and putting it off. We've not got the ice and the rain that everybody else has got. Hopefully the ground is going to be okay. Well, let's say we got rain coming tomorrow night and the next day. So this might be our only chance. So I went and got the little middle split, but we call it a bull tongue. I got it put on there this morning. And I kind of turned the bar around, the tool bar, and put it way out in front up there of the half shovels instead of putting it back level with them back here. And I'm not going to be putting no fertilizer out or anything like that because we fertilized all this months ago. So let's see about getting the gas. I know you probably don't have to turn these off, but as a kid, I just remember stories of my daddy sitting there draining all the fuel out of them, and I just like to, turn them off. No gas gauge, but compliments of Joey from JT West. I have a Cub farmall.
Did he make that stick?
No, you can order these.
Oh, you can order them.
Oh, I got half a tank. Look at that.
Wow. Thank you, Joey.
Yeah, Joey sent me this. I didn't even know they made them. And they make them for different tractors after I went and looked. They make them for different tractors. So I was excited to have that. Let's see. I also leave my battery cables off. Let's see here. We're in neutral. Moment of truth. I ain't gonna choke it because I have bad luck when I choke these things. Sometimes they flood.
Is this cub number 1 or cub number 2?
This is cub number 2. Number 1's in the barn up yonder with the sickle bar hooked up to it.
What's it doing?
I'm going to have to take the half shovels off. I thought maybe I could leave them set and plow it, but what it's doing is it's throwing these big old, see this right here? The top of the ground still froze, and it's throwing that over on it. So
you've already got the row basically made.
yeah, the row's made. I just got to, I'm gonna have to take them half shovels off right quick, where I can just run a middle splitter down through there.
And the reason you were skipping to this far is we have these little onions that are pitiful, but
I like to give them a chance if they,
they're still there. You can't hardly,
some of them died, you know.
can't hardly see them, but there's some in there. I mean, they're still there.
They're right here next to me, sitting right here, you know.
And the Hoss onions are still hanging in there. They got quite a lot of green on them. And the cauliflower and broccoli is iffy. We'll just wait and see what happens with that.
All right, we shall try again.
Take two.
Take two, but I did notice something, guys. This tractor hasn't been cranked. Good Lord, what's it been, 2 months?
At least.
At least 2 months since I cranked it. Well, after coming up here looking at the greens, they took a pretty hard hit. It didn't kill them. If we could get some warm weather for probably a couple of weeks of it, I think they'd all pop back out and do pretty good.
I think I could come up here and give them a little haircut, trim off all that.
Yeah, you could.
Trim down
Feed
through
it
there.
to the chickens, you know, but I don't know that right now I'd worry about it. I'd probably give it a few days just to see.
This next weather, yeah.
To see how much of it actually got bit really bad. We have our seed potatoes here. All right, we've had these cut now for how long, babe? About 2 weeks?
Close.
The sugars in them have turned to starch and healed over really well. The eyes are beginning to start swelling up on it, so it's time. All of them you look at, that little eye is starting to swell up on there, so we need to get these in the ground today. I don't know how far we'll get.
This is 10 pounds, right?
15.
15. That's right. We started out, he was going to get 5.
I was going to get 5, then I said, no, I'm going to get 10, and then I'm like,
when he got to the feed store, he says, don't you think I ought to get 15? I said, get whatever. I figured he'd come out with a 50-pound sack.
Because I said, we don't need a lot, but, you know, 15 pounds.
If we get 100 pounds off of them, that'd be awesome.
That would be okay. Yeah, 100 pounds would probably be okay. It's, oh, these things are warm. They've been in the house. You know what that means, don't you?
They're going to come up like within a week.
Come up like in a week.
And do you have to have them just totally eyes up?
No, you don't have to. The bull tongue did a really good job, that 6-inch bull tongue. They've done a real good job.
Just so you just drop them in there. They'll find their way.
Yeah, now I'm going to put these a little closer than I normally would. I'm going to put them about every foot apart. Because I've learned, I don't know that it makes that much difference. The ground plowed out real well. I'm kind of, I wonder, ooh, it's cold, I know that. It's like a refrigerator.
I imagine it is. It was 20-something degrees last night.
Yeah.
Down to about 20.
Yeah, it got down to 20, yeah. It gets up to 45 out here like it is right now. It feels like a heat wave's come through.
Usually at 45, you and I are bundled up.
We're bundled up.
But after 20, this feels warm.
Well, we've been below freezing now for, what, 48, 50-something hours. And
Close to 2.5 days. It did warm up a couple hours yesterday.
yesterday it warmed up for 3 hours above freezing. And then went right back into freezing again. So, yeah, it's been, the deep south, we're not used to that down here. But I'm not going to complain because we need it. Our fruit trees needed it this year. I was telling Wanda that if nothing happens, we might have a fantastic fruit this year. The fruit, it might just be out of this world. If it don't have an Indian summer and it warm up for 2 weeks and everything bloom out. This here ground and the shade's still frozen.
Still cold, isn't it?
Yep.
Looks like they were planted with a planter. Pretty uniform down through there.
All right. Yeah, this part still froze.
Makes it a little difficult just to rake dirt on them.
Right here, this is all in the shade. This part the sun don't ever hit right now. It will later on. It's not right now. We can always come back once they get up, and I can put the disc killers on and, you know, throw the dirt up. Not a big deal.
The way this bed's made right now, if it rains, the water's going to hit the ditches.
Yeah.
And go into the bed, not just hold water.
Because the bed is higher than the
ditches, yeah.
Whew. When you're not used to doing this, it's kind of taxing on you, especially this rake. This is a heavy rake. That wasn't all of our potatoes. So guys, I'm gonna have to open up a piece of that row over yonder that was left so we can finish putting the rest of our taters in there. That'll give us.
And that row over there has potatoes on it, they just froze.
Yeah, that's the row that they froze on, yeah. But we're not gonna open up the ones where we've already put them in the ground. We're just gonna do to that point, and then we'll cover them up.
15 pounds of taters more than you thought it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's going a lot further than I thought it was going to go. That's all right. That's all right. We might be able to find somebody who could use a few seed taters.
How many did you have left? About 2 pounds, maybe.
We got a good bit left.
I hear bees.
Huh?
Heard a bee.
Well, honeybees has been out, yeah. Remember we talked about if I come back and planted these, they would pass up the ones we planted in November.
Well, these are, I dug up here and they wilted all the way back to the ground, so they're starting even right now.
I made it. Whew. All right, guys. That gives us, this is a 300-foot row. We probably got, what, 100 foot over there?
Maybe.
So we're talking about 400 feet rows of potatoes. Not sure about the first 150 feet of this one. Or 200 foot, that's actually about 200 something feet. Not sure how they'll do, if they'll even make anything, but we're gonna leave them just to see how they do. So we thought we would take y'all along this morning. Just a little bit of a journey that we're on. Really didn't plan on that this morning. It was not in the plans, but after seeing the warming up, you know, and everything, I told Wanda, I said, it's gonna be up to 50 degrees today. We need to plant them taters, you know. Because I don't know if it rains tomorrow night and Wednesday when we will get a chance to do it again. And in the deep south, you go from extremely cold to extremely hot. And potatoes can't handle the heat, so we're going to take a chance. I know they're talking about the whole month of February is supposed to be bitter, bitter cold. I'm going to just take a chance. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.